Fear leads to anger. And anger leads to hatred. And hatred leads to suffering. And suffering would lead you to the dark side in most cases, but in this case it actually leads us into a hat video instead. We are talking about hated hats today. Now, if you're a newer kind of hat collector, that you've probably heard the phrase before, just buy what you like. Buy the hats that you love. You don't need to catch every hat. You don't need to collect every hat. Just buy what you love, and you'll be happy. You'll be a happy hat collector. Well, hate to burst your bubbles, kids. I mean, I haven't been collecting hats as long as, some other people have been, but I've been collecting hats on a regular basis for about 5.5 years now. So it's quite lengthy at that point, I think. And for all those other veteran sage collectors out there that have collected just as long, if not longer, I'm sure you'll agree with me that you have some hats in your collection that you just either have a dislike for, a disdain for, or just hatred for. So that's what today's video is going to be about. So there are times where you will get a hat and you're like, wow, I really don't like this hat. Why did I get this? I mean, if you subscribe to that, again, if you're a newer hat collector and you subscribe to that, then this might not apply to you. But then again, if you did buy the Hat Club Badlands hats or the Cyberpunk hats, then you might actually fall under this kind of subject. So, hey-o! With that, get a notebook, pen, or pencil, because class is in session. Let's go! So this is how we're gonna put together the video here. There will be a section later on in the video where I do get to disdained hats, just hatred and disdain. But the first 3 hats here, it'll be negative overall. But there's no particular order for some of these hats. So to start off the list here is a hat from Amazon, and this one is of Mount Rushmore. I am still working on, I have a bunch of sub-collections, collecting all the hats from every hockey team in a 5950 fitted hat. And one of my other sub-collections is having one hat from every state. So South Dakota, obviously Mount Rushmore, and I loved Mount Rushmore when I went there when I was in high school for summer vacation. They had a Mount Rushmore hat that had the iconic mountain display inside the badge of what a national park ranger would have. Really cool looking, but then got sold out and got that error or that message of, we don't know when or if it'll be back in stock. So I kind of had to settle for this one, and material is almost like corduroy, which I don't like. It says cotton, but it's a rough cotton. I know my cotton hats. This is not cotton. And the logo on the front, I mean, yes, it's a unstructured crown, but the logo is, the embroidery on the front isn't stitched in. It's laser printed, and it just feels awful in the hand. So, I mean, I have a South Dakota hat, but at what cost? At what cost? Billy, I am super lazy when it comes to returning online orders for anything. Whether it be hats, shirts, other stuff from Amazon of equipment that I bought. Yeah. So, there's 2 hats here. They kind of fit a theme here of National Women's Soccer League hats. And I don't like with this Washington Spirit hat that it feels kind of generic, especially with the branding on it. I've never seen this brand before. But it just, especially when shopping for National Women's Soccer League hats on the store for the whole league, it is super lazy. It's basically 3 hat styles for every team, and the colors just change. So like for like the Chicago Stars, Red Stars for us, they would have like a light blue front but the black back here, or like they have other kind of very generic looking cookie cutter like designs for every team. So it's like, wow, I feel just as special as when someone leaves a sticker on their fitted hat. Cool. And then this one is the Louisville Racing Louisville FC. They had a lot more variety when they first came out in 2021, but I wasn't fast enough. I wanted the one that was all lavender. It was really cool. Nice to have more purple hats, but I settled for this one, which is regretful, because now they have some newer hats on the website, not like the one that I've seen before, but they're better looking, more variety. But this one, white hat, the logo is small, so it's just like, oh, yeah, go, what does it say? What does it say? Oh, Racing Louisville Football Club. Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, we had to make it so small. So, yeah. I mean, I will make a video later on in the summer or sometime that I've been wanting to do for a while about buying hats for women's sports teams, professional sports teams, for soccer, hockey, and baseball primarily. I know there's softball out there. And it's just really a hassle to buy those teams many times. So that will be for a video in the future. So this is purely because of what team it is. And I get it, like from before, you buy the teams that you buy hats that you like. You buy teams that you like. For me, I really buy teams that I root for. But when they are gifted to me, I can't really, be too mean about them. But I do have to hate on the Blues here. Screw the Blues, by the way. I do have a 5950 hat of these as well. So that's also on the list of hated hats here, but didn't grab it for the video. Although these were Christmas gifts from 2019, I believe. This one came from Sergio. Major League Hats, PHC. Objectively speaking, this is a nice hat, actually. Even though it's Fanatics, this is one of the rare times that a Fanatics hat is good. It's not a it's a semi-structured front. It's good material. It's good colors, too, being two-tone like this. But it's blues. Now, you also have this one that Reds fan Florida sent me, Blood Type Blue, because they won the Stanley Cup in 2019. I mean, I respect the hell out of them for being worst